Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to see how we can switch from native view to web view while we are automating our application. Sometimes the situation may be like we want to identify the element and perform some actions on web view. So for this we need to design our code in such a way so that whatever element is present on the web view, we can click on them and we can perform certain actions. So do watch my video from beginning to end to understand deeply how we can switch from native view to web view. So in our application, as we can see, if we go into views and then if we scroll, and we can see here at the bottom there are three web views. So if we click on this web view, then this page which is open, it is a web view. So normally if I want to identify the element on this web view, I cannot do so from APM directly. So I need to identify the element using Chrome or any other mechanism, but I'm not going to show that how we can identify the element in the web view. For this video we are just going to see how we can change the context from native to web view. So if I start it here, and so now if I go to the capabilities that I have designed for this application and I start the session using these capabilities. So if we go here and then we go to views, and then if we try to identify the element, we cannot directly identify. I mean, it will be very tricky affair. So there are other processes from which we can identify the elements in web view. But even if we want to interact with the within the web view, it is not possible directly. But first we need to change the context that I want to perform some actions in web view. So let us go and write how we can do that. So for that, what I am going to do, I am going to just create one class, and that class name will be maybe WebView handle APM. Now I will just copy and paste from here. So this is for initialization of the capabilities if I'm running Android and these things. Do watch my previous video if you want to understand how this code is working. So I will just go here and I will copy this here. So here I need to create main method, and I will keep this code in the main method. Now everything looks fine, so I will just add an exception to the signature. Now I don't really need this because I need to interact with other element. So we already know how we can find element using UI Automator viewer, right? So if I go back, I need to find the element for these views first, and then I need to find the element for this web view. So I need to define two variables to store the web element and perform some action. So what I will do, I will just change this to maybe something like view click, and I will replace this with this. And the text that I need here is, I need to change the text also, right? Because this is going to perform click on animation. So I will just use the text as views. Maybe I can just use text views to avoid any confusion. And now I will, once I have tapped on this thing, I go inside, then I need to tap on web view, right? So similarly we can have one more element defined, that is web view click, and this will contain the, so if we go here, it is not visible in one go. So if I go here and I click, I need to scroll a bit. So in UI Automator there is also one functionality which can be used to scroll till the element is visible. So for that I already have one piece of code written, so it's quite a big line, so I will just copy paste it and I will explain you what it is doing. Now if we can see, this code is like going into, we are using the UI scrollable object, and then we are going in UI selector scrollable, which is true, and then we are scrolling into the view using UI selector, and the class name for that, like in which class name we are going to scroll is this, and then the text to which we want to scroll is web view. So this is the code, like to scroll to that particular text. Now if we go to Google and search for APM WebView handle, and we go on this APM link, so here we can see that how they are handling the WebView. So if we are automating hybrid app, we need to change the context to perform some actions. Without that we won't be able to perform any actions or assert anything on the web view. So now if I want to find out the context, I will just copy paste this code. I will just copy paste this whole code, and what I will do, I will just add this code here. So we can see that we have created a set with a string. Context name is the variable name, and we are getting all the context handle, and we are iterating at each context and printing the name whatever context is available. Now if we try running this, so here it was clicking on view, now it will click on web view. Actually it was not able to click on web view, maybe I missed something. Okay, yeah, so I need to click on this thing. Now let me run it again. So it was not able to click here because I never added the click method, so it was not able to perform that action. Now it should work fine. So it clicked on views, now it is scrolling to web view. It clicked on web view and it opened this web view. Now we can see that there are two contexts, so one is native app and one is web view. So in order to perform any actions on web view, now since we got all the context, we can do either we can just use something like this, or what we can do, I mean if there are multiple context, you can just use store it in an array and convert it into a string and then click on it, or something like that. Or maybe what you can do, you can just write driver dot get context handle. Okay, it will be driver dot context, and I will pass this as a string. Now what I will do, since I already know that how I can get the text for this, so I will just try to create a CSS element locator strategy, and I will do something like this: driver dot find element by, then here I will say that I want to find element by CSS selector, and here I will get the text, and let us see if it is working fine or not. So here we can see like it was able to perform
some actions, it was able to get the text. The other method, like as I showed, like since we already know that this is a type of an array, it is storing all the web view context. So if there are multiple contexts, we can just use something like this. So yeah, this is how we can find the element in the web view to automate our hybrid application. And this is how we can interact in the web view. So once this has been done, like once you have performed any actions or whatever you wanted to do in the web view, you should also change the context so that you are returning back to the native view. So for that, what you can do, you can just write driver dot context, and here, as we know, the native context is native app, we can just write it here, and our context will change to native app. So once every step has been done, whatever assertions or maybe getting text or any actions you were performing on web view, that has been done, that has been fulfilled. After that, you need to return back in order to perform any actions on the native side of the context. So hope you like my video. Do subscribe to my channel and comment like whatever videos you would like to see about in context of mobile testing or software testing in general. Do comment below to let me know. I will try to create a video on that. Thank you.